Are drugs good or bad? Now, when we hear the word drug, or I'll speak for myself, when I hear the word drug, I think of bad things. I think of people overdosing. People in alleyways sticking in their arms syringes and overdosing and dying. However, the term drug applies to something that alters your body chemistry, your consciousness. There are some drugs that are legal. Alcohol is a drug, but it's illegal. Nicotine is legal. Caffeine also is legal. What are drugs? Are they good or are they bad? Does it depend on how you use them? Does it depend on the dosage that you take? There is a Roman physician, Hyperphysius. I'm sorry, I probably butchered his name. His quote was, "The poison is in the dose." Meaning you can overdose on anything. You can overdose on alcohol. Some people have killed themselves by drinking too much water. And so, how does a drug qualify as good or bad? Some drugs create a physical dependency. Some drugs create a psychological dependency. Or perhaps it's just the person's own habits that have created their own dependency. Some people become dependent on gaming. Some people become dependent on sex. And so some have argued that your whole body is chemistry. Your brain is constantly throwing out into your bloodstream, into your own brain, its own chemicals, its own natural drugs. And so, maybe drugs are good for some people and bad for others. Maybe certain quantities for some people are good and certain quantities for other people are bad. Maybe the reason why you use these drugs are good or bad. If you have a drink of wine to celebrate a success with friends, maybe that's good. If you have a drink of wine, a glass of wine, every weekend to forget your life, maybe that's the wrong use of it. If you use drugs perhaps to elevate your consciousness, to elevate your performance sporadically, maybe that's okay and maybe it's not. And so, for you, which drugs are good and which drugs are bad? And are they all good? Or are they all bad?